Hello there guys, welcome to another of my videos. So who will Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's next signing be in this summer transfer window? Now we've just recently completed the signing of Donny van der Beek. He is our first signing of this summer transfer window, but we know that Manchester United need obviously more than Donny van der Beek, and Solskjaer has said he is now looking to make 3 more signings. Now, I just want to give you some breaking news on Dayot Upamecano from RB Leipzig. Now, reportedly, Manchester United will not make a move for Dayot Upamecano. Will not make a move for him. This is stemming from Bill's head of football, Christian Fark. RB Leipzig did recently say that Dayot Upamecano is not for sale because he recently extended his contract until 2023. Now, if we was to get him in this summer transfer window, he would cost us around 65 million euros, which equates to around 58 million in pound sterling. Now, he does have a release clause of 42 million euros. This got included when he signed this new deal. But that cannot be triggered until next summer. 42 million euros equates to just over 37 million in pounds sterling. Dayot Upamecano has been at Leipzig for quite a few years. Leipzig did pay around 10 million euros for him from Red Bull Salzburg, and he is only at the age of 21. Now, obviously, Arsenal have been long admirers of him. Also, too, I think Tottenham have recently been in for him. So there's been a few clubs that have been interested in him. He recently confirmed that he was in negotiations with interested clubs, but he did break silent on a transfer to Manchester United. So if recent reports are to be believed, then it's looking very, very unlikely that Man United are going to get him on the board. You know, he's predominantly a centre-half, and Man United are in search for a centre-half because we have got 7 centre-halves in the team, though, to be fair. You know, we've got Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof that are our first choice centre-halves. We've obviously got the likes of Bay and Tuanzebe. They're like our backup centre-halves. We've obviously got Chris Smalling and Marcus Rojo. They're obviously not likely to leave Manchester United. We've also got Phil Jones. He's also likely to leave the football club. And Fossa Mensah, he can also be deployed as a centre-half. But I think Dayot Upamecano alongside Harry Maguire in our back line would be a very, very good centre-back partnership. So that's the breaking news on him. You already know the news on Thiago Alcantara from Bayern Munich. Reports have been saying that Solskjaer has held talks with Thiago Alcantara over the possible move to Manchester United in this summer transfer window, because Man United are looking to hijack Liverpool's move for the player. And he did recently say that we were ahead of Liverpool in the race, but Liverpool have been emerged as the favourite to sign him for quite a while. Now, Bayern Munich have already revealed their asking price. They do want around £27 million for Thiago. Obviously, Liverpool are reluctant to pay £27 million because obviously Liverpool know he's available on a free transfer next year when his current contract does expire. Thiago Alcantara has been a long-serving player at Bayern Munich. He's endured 7 seasons with them. He's won 16 trophies with Munich. He's scored 31 goals in 235 games in all competitions. Bayern Munich did pay 25 million euros for him from Barcelona back in 2013. And he is the age of 29 and definitely got good physical attributes. Predominantly a box-to-box midfielder. Can also play as a holding midfielder, and I think he can also be deployed as an attacking midfielder, but he is likely to leave Bayern Munich. Liverpool would probably have to offload at least one of their midfielders anyway to obviously, get Thiago Alcantara in so they can assure him game time. Obviously, you know the news on Jadon Sancho. I give you the news on Jadon Sancho yesterday. Man United are not giving up on Jadon Sancho unless he publicly says that he wants to stay at Borussia Dortmund. We may have to wait until next summer to sign Jadon Sancho, but don't forget he said the other week that it could be now or never. So if Man United weren't to sign him in this summer transfer window, then he may never ever become a Manchester United player. This is, what it had said. But Jadon Sancho has said quite a few times that he wants to come to Manchester United. Obviously, he was our number one priority target for a while. Now, Borussia Dortmund's valuation is around £108 million. They are looking for like £90 million up front, but I think we're only willing to pay like £60 or £70 million up front. So throughout the course of this Jadon Sancho transfer saga, it has been Borussia Dortmund's asking price that has been the stumbling block. Around 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was looking very, very imminent that Sancho was going to be signing for Manchester United, because obviously Fabrizio Romano had come out and said that negotiations between Man United and Dortmund were at an advanced stage for Sancho. And he said that personal terms had been agreed, and it said that Sancho agreed a 5-year contract with the football club. But obviously no fee had come to an agreement. But just after Fabrizio Romano had revealed this, it said that talks had broken down between Man United and Borussia Dortmund. Quite a few weeks ago, James Cooper, who tends to be close to United, he's spoken about the Jadon Sancho transfer saga and still believes that Man United could get him in that, because he says Man United don't miss out on players that they intend on signing. And Christian Falk, like I said, he is the head of football for Build, and he says, that's what he said, a few things regarding Jadon Sancho and all of that. So quite a few journalists have spoken about it. But I think there's a lot of Manchester United fans that are now fully disregarding Sancho coming to Man United in this summer transfer window. Obviously, we have been looking at a lot of alternatives to him recently because there is much cheaper solutions than him. Don't forget, we made a promise to Sancho that we was willing to offer him the number 7. Obviously, we have got number 7 vacant at the moment, but we have had a lot of good number 7s up and down the generations. I outlined the reasons why I want Man United to sign Sancho is because he will improve us. He's got a good friendship with Rashford, and he's predominantly a right winner. Now, Dortmund said we had until the 10th of August to sign Sancho. That was the deadline, and obviously, we missed out on the deadline, so Sancho decided to go on pre-season with Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund's CEO, sporting director, and another one of their directors said quite a few weeks ago that Sancho is staying at Dortmund and the decision is final. Sancho's enjoyed 3 good years with Borussia Dortmund. I think he's still under contract with them till 2022. Dortmund only paid £8 million in from Man City back in 2017. He enjoyed a few years with Man City, but the main explanation why he had to leave Manchester City is because he did not get assured any first-team opportunities. Before he was at City, he was at Watford. He was at Watford for several years. He was at Watford from the age of 7 to the age of 14. But if he stays at Dortmund for this season, this will be his 4th season at Borussia Dortmund. We've already missed out on like 2 players under Solsjaer at the moment. We missed out on Erling Haaland, and we also missed out on Jude Bellingham, and they both went to Borussia Dortmund and that. So, a bit more news now on Sancho. Jack Grealish, he still remains on our agenda. Sergio Reguilon, if I've pronounced his name correctly, that left back from Real Madrid, it says that Man United are still interested in him. So we know that obviously Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking to improve the squad. because there's still key areas where Man United have got to strengthen up. Like I said, we need a right winger. We do need a centre half. Obviously, we're in search for a left back. Some Manchester United fans will say that we do need a striker. But at the end of last season, Ole Gunnar Solsjaer outlined his transfer plans, and he said Man United need at least 3 signings in this summer transfer window. And I think Ed Woodward said he wants Man United to make around 3 or 4 signings in this summer transfer window and that. But like I said, it took us a long time to get our first signing on the board in this summer transfer window, because the summer transfer window has been open now for over 5 weeks. And like I said to Manchester United were beginning to lose patience with the board, because obviously we've been critical of Woodward and the Glazers for several years. Like I said to you before, there's main explanations behind it. Obviously, reflecting how poor our recruitment policy's been for several years, and also, of us overpaying for players. Woodward's obviously been at the club since 2012, and the Glazers have been with us since 2005. Woodward's obviously, determined to back Solskjaer, like he said, and the Glazers are also determined to back Solskjaer. Now, obviously, this summer transfer window is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 4th transfer window as Manchester United manager, and his 2nd summer transfer window. But Solskjaer does deserve backing, because I think he's progressing as Manchester United manager. He really, really is progressing, because he did publicly come out and say that Manchester United have got to spend money in this summer transfer window. And obviously, we have seen some good signings made. Like I said, Chelsea, they've done very, very good business so far. They've done the best business, to be honest with you. They've brought the likes of Ziyech in, Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, I think he's close, or they've got him in. Milan Sarr, Thiago Silva, Ben Chilwell. Chelsea made very, very good signings. Now they're trying to get Declan Rice. Liverpool, they recently signed Sikmas from Olympiacos. Man City, they signed Ferran Torres from Valencia and Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. Now they try to get Lionel Messi, Man City. Arsenal, they recently signed Gabriel Magalhaes from Lille, and they got Willian on a free. And Tottenham, they've made a few signings. They got Joe Hart on a free, Holberg and Doherty. But Solskjaer has got decisions to make at Manchester United. Obviously, he isn't only going to focus on the incomings in this summer transfer window. He's also going to focus on the outgoings as well. We could get rid of up to 10 players in this summer transfer window. I think minimum 8 we could get rid of. Obviously, we're looking to get rid of Jesse Lingard. We're also looking to get rid of Andres Pereira. The news on Chris Smalling. It says that Manchester United and Roma are edging closer to an agreement over Smalling, because Smalling has said that he wants to leave Man United and he wants to go to Italy. I think he's set to go on loan for another season with Roma, and it's going to include an obligation to buy for 12 million after the loan. And Smalling's going to sign a 3-year deal. Smalling was on loan with Roma last season, and Solskjaer did say that he was in regular contact with him. And he did say during our Europa League campaign that Smalling does have a future at Manchester United. But Smalling's been at Man United around 9 or 10 years. Inter Milan were recently interested in him. He turned down a move to Newcastle the other week. Marcus Rojo, we're also looking to get rid of him. Don't forget, last season he was out on loan with Estudiantes, was Rojo. Phil Jones, like I said, we're also looking to get rid of him. Diego Dalot, we're also looking to get rid of him. Like I said to you on my recent video, Sergio Romero is open to leaving Manchester United. It does actually say, it's from The Athletic, that Aston Villa are interested in signing Sergio Romero, and it does mention that a fee of around £8 million has been agreed, and with add-ons included. You know what I mean? I think Villa value Romero at around £10 million. Obviously, we've said that we want to get Jack Grealish as part of a deal of Romero going to Villa, though. But I don't see this actually happening. Because obviously now as it stands, Romero is our third choice goalkeeper. Romero has endured like 5 years with Man United. Obviously we got him on a free from San Pandora back in 2015. Romero has just got under a year left on his Man United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year. Last season, Romero played in all our League Cup games, apart from the semi-final, was it? He played in all our FA Cup games apart from the semi-final, and he played in all our Europa League games apart from the semi-final. So there you go. But quite frankly, there is still deadwood at Manchester United, But we sell players in this summer transfer window, will generate money, and it will help us with our rebuilding process. Like I said, Solsjaer has got a goalkeeping decision to make, because he did say during our Europa League campaign that he's facing a goalkeeping dilemma, and he did say it's going to be hard for us to keep De Gea, Romero and Henderson all at the football club for this season. Solskjaer must put Dean Henderson as number one this season. He must do. Because I think now Dean Henderson is reliable enough to become our number one goalkeeper, because I think he has now got that experience behind him. Because Dean Henderson recently endured 2 successful loans with Sheffield United, and he was Sheffield United's player of the season. Dean Henderson has been part of the club for several years because we got him at the age of 14. Dean Henderson did recently sign a 5-year contract with Manchester United with an option of a further year. So it was a 6-year deal in total, worth around 120 grand a week. So his wages doubled because it was only last year he signed a deal worth £60,000 a week. But Dean Henderson has actually threatened to leave Manchester United if he isn't assured to be number one this season. But Solskjaer did recently say that Dean Henderson is not yet ready to become Man United's number one, and he wants to stick with David De Gea as number one for at least this season. De Gea has been our number one goalkeeper for several years, but I think now De Gea is too much of a liability. This season will be David De Gea's 10th season at Manchester United and all of that. Obviously, I said Solskjaer had a decision to make on Harry Maguire. We know that Harry Maguire is going to remain at the football club this season, and reportedly he's going to keep the captain's armband. Obviously, we give Harry Maguire the captaincy, reflecting on Ashley Young's departure back in January. There's aspects of Harry Maguire's game that's going to improve. This season is going to be his second season with Manchester United. Last season was his first season at the football club. Had some good games, had some bad games, but we got Harry Maguire in a deal worth £80 million. He's the second most expensive signing at the club, just behind Pogba, and he's the most expensive centre-half in the world. Don't forget, he's just recently been given extra time off as Maguire. Obviously, with his following his arrest in Greece and his court case in Greece and all of that. So yeah, I think it's also very, very imperative that we keep our imperative players at the football club. So it's very imperative that we keep Paul Pogba at the club. To be honest with you, I think Paul Pogba will end up signing a new long-term contract at Manchester United. Obviously, his agent Mino Raiola the other week said that Pogba's staying at Manchester United this summer, and he will hold talks over a new contract. A few weeks before the end of last season, he said that Pogba was close to signing a 5-year deal with Man United. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's just got under a year left on his Man United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for the further year. Obviously, don't forget we paid $89 million for Paul Pogba. And don't forget he recently got tested positive for coronavirus, which was obviously bad news. So I wish Pogba all the best in his family, like I said, when it first got reported about it. It's very imperative that we keep Marcus Rashford at the club. Because I think he's definitely the foreseeable future for Man United. Rashford has been at the club for several years. Don't forget he's been a United player since the age of 7. So in total, he's been with us around 15 years. He's been in our senior squad since 2016. It's very imperative as well that we keep Anthony Martial, because he's really improved under the Solskjaer era. Martial's enjoyed 5 years at the football club, and I think he's had 2 good seasons out of the 5 seasons he's been here. He did well last season under Solskjaer, and he did very, very well in his debut season under the Louis van Gaal era. We paid £36 million for Anthony Martial from Monaco. It was around that. Obviously, he's our number 9 now, plays in that central role. And to be honest with you, I think he's very effective in that central position, even though that's not his predominant position, yeah. I think we've got a decision to make on Igalo as well, haven't we? Obviously, we got Igalo on deadline day in January. Obviously, the main explanation why we got him in was a cover up to Marcus Rashford, because at the time we got Igalo in. Rashford obviously was injured. He was our top goal scorer in the FA Cup last season, by the way, was Igalo. I think, was it just after lockdown we extended Odion Igalo's loan? Until January 2021. Is there still a possibility chance that Man United could get Odion Igalo permanently? He would be classed as another signing for Solskjaer Man United if we did obviously decide to get him permanently. I think it's also very imperative that we keep Matic at the club, because I think there's a lot of aspects of his game that's really, really improved. Matic did recently sign a 3-year deal with Man United. He's enjoyed 3 years at the football club. At Tommy, it's very, very imperative that we keep him. He's going to find game time difficult now at Tommy, following the arrival of Donny van der Beek and that, because obviously our first choice midfield is going to be Pogba, Fernandes and Donny van der Beek. Same with Fred. He's also going to find game time difficult as well. McTominay did recently, by the way, sign a 5-year contract with Man United to keep him at the club till 2025. There has been rumours of Fred leaving Man United, hasn't there, recently? It says Roma are interested in him. Galatasaray have inquired about getting him on loan with the option to buy. Fred has enjoyed a few years with Manchester United, hasn't he? We got him in Jose Mourinho's final transfer window. We paid around £52 million in from Shakhtar Donetsk. Fred has got a contract with us till 2023. I want us to keep Fred though, because I think he has really improved as a Manchester United player. I also want us to keep Luke Shaw, despite the fact that he is injury prone, but still a very, very good left back. And I think this season Luke Shaw will remain our first choice left back, because obviously he's more experienced than Brandon Williams. Luke Shaw's enjoyed 6 years with Man United. We got him from Southampton back in 2014 for £30 million. Victor Lindelof, I think, we need to keep him. Even if we was to get another centre-half, then Lindelof obviously would be a backup. I still think there's aspects of Lindelof's game that's got to improve, but I definitely wouldn't sell Victor Lindelof. Keep Eric Bailly, despite the fact that he's injury prone. So we've got to keep our imperative players at the football club. But you saw one of my recent videos I did, and I said to you how Manchester United can win the title under Solskjaer, and that is making at least 5 signings in this summer transfer window, which I don't think we're going to do anyway. I think, personally speaking, we're going to make another 1 or 2 signings. Obviously, like I said, get rid of more of the deadwood. Obviously, Solskjaer's got to improve his decision making and that. So, yeah. There's a chance at some point, we could win the title under Solskjaer. There really, really is. Obviously, Solskjaer has been at Manchester United now around 20 months. Obviously, we have not yet won out in terms of silverware under Solskjaer. And I did say one of our expectations this season will be to win a trophy, because we haven't won a major honour for over 3 years. And that's the first time this has happened in 31 years. And I think another one of our expectations this season will be to challenge for the Premier League title. This season is the big test for Solskjaer, because this season is his second full season at the football club. And obviously, if things were to go wrong this season, then maybe Solskjaer would be back under pressure. But I always said, didn't I, that Solskjaer needs another season at Manchester United, because it is a transition period, and it has been a transition period for a while. And like I said, he's inheriting a squad that is worth 700 odd million pounds. Disregarding who he's brought in. Obviously, so far, Solsjaer's made 5 permanent signings at the club. Last summer, he brought Daniel James, and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. In January, he bought Bruno Fernandes and he brought Odin Igalo in on loan. We just recently got Donny van de Beek for obviously 39 million, 34 point something up front with like 4.4 million in add-ons. And also, he's also bought a few academy players in as well. So it's good that we're bringing more young players in. You know, we've got a lot of good young players coming through at Manchester United. But I thought last season Solskjaer did quite well, you know, to be honest with you, after we enjoyed a very difficult start to the start of last season. But he exceeded most of his expectations because he got us qualification for the Champions League. Also, we finished third. And we also progressed to 3 semi-finals. We got to the FA Cup semi-final, the Europa League semi-final, and the EFL Cup semi-final. So he actually, did quite well. But like I said, in the last 7 years, we have been playing catch-up. Obviously, we've had different managers with different philosophies. We spent close to the £1 billion range on players. And we've recruited a good 30-odd players in since Alex Ferguson's retirement. But the managers we sat since Ferguson was obviously David Moyes. We sacked him after 8 and 9 months. We sacked Louis van Gaal after 2 years. And we sacked Jose Mourinho after 2.5 years. Now, in the entirety of our history so far, we have won 45 trophies. Obviously, 38 of them trophies came under Ferguson. Obviously, we've won 3 trophies since Ferguson's retirement, and that was the FA Cup under Van Gaal and the Europa League and the League Cup under Jose Mourinho. So, yeah, but like I said to you before, the vast majority of our success came under Ferguson. And I just think it's going to be hard for any manager at Manchester United to replicate Ferguson's legacy or to last as long as Alex Ferguson did. But like I said, if Ferguson had got sacked after that 4 years of not winning anything, we wouldn't have had any success, because obviously before Ferguson, wasn't good under Ron Atkinson. We wasn't good under Wilf McGuinness. He enjoyed like 18 months at the club. We weren't good under Franco Farrell. We actually got relegated under Franco Farrell back in 1974, which is 40 odd years ago now. So there you go. Like I said to you, if we can win the title under Solskjaer, it will be our first title under him, and it will be our 21st title overall, because as it stands at the moment, we've won 20 titles and 13 of them are Premier League titles. So we are the most successful team in Premier League history. But yeah, not long now till the season starts. Really, really looking forward to it. Palace on the opening day, as you all know. But we've got to have a strong start to this season. That is very, very imperative. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.